So we need to move on to chords, which is really exciting stuff. But before we do, our last video we ended off with the circle of fifths. The circle of fifths is keys, major scales, organized in ways, beautifully organized in ways that we can only begin to appreciate. Last I left you, I gave you the assignment, beginning with C, filling out the clock from midnight to 6, filling each hour with notes that are the fifth of the major scale of the hour preceding it. So beginning with C, what was the fifth of C? It was G. What was the fifth of G? It was D, and that's where I left you off. Write out the rest of D. D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. What's the fifth of D? Well, it's A. A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. What's the fifth of A? E. Now what's E? E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E. What was the fifth there? It was B. Now, B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B. What's the fifth of that? Is F sharp. Now that's where I told you to stop, and we'll continue this someday, but for now this is all we need. Now, if you organized it like this and you got this answer, good job. That's really tough to do. But if you listen to the way it sounded as I recited every scale, you noticed something, didn't you? If we take it back from the beginning, what did we say about the first note? What did we say about C? Well, you said it was something like the heart of the music, so fucking whatever. It's naked. It's a naked scale. There's no sharps or flats in it. C, D, E, F, A, G, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, E. There's no sharps or flats. What about G? Did G have any sharps or flats? Because remember, C is the only one that's naked. What about G? Well, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. It's got one. It's got one sharp in it. What about D? D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. Oh, it has two. C has none, 0. G has 1. D has 2. What about A? Well, A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp. Oh, it's got 3. A's got 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. Oh, is there a pattern? Is there a pattern going on here? Wait, what was the fifth of... Oh, yeah, E. E is the next scale. Well, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp. Oh, it's got 4. Gosh, that's pretty nasty, isn't it? Well, what was the fifth of... Oh, yeah, it was B. B. What the hell is B? B, half step up from B. A whole step up from B. B, C. C sharp. Whole step up from C sharp. D sharp. And then what's your half step? Half step would be your E. And then 3 whole steps from E. E, whole step up from E is F sharp. Another whole step, G sharp. Another whole step, A sharp. And then a half step, B. That has 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you see what you did there? By making a circle of fifths, you have taken these scales and you organize them visually in a way that puts the lighter scales on top and the heavier ones on bottom. I mean, if beginning out, when you're beginning, the more sharps a scale has, for some reason, the kind of harder it is to, hold it in your mind. Gosh, F sharp, G sharp, is it A or A sharp, B, C sharp? It gets all... C is easy because it's just naked, right? But the lower you go in hours, the heavier it gets, the more you have to look at. That's why it's a pretty useful tool. You'll notice that's something to keep in mind. You know that the the key of E and B has a number of sharps in it. So those will be the scales that you'll engage with as time goes on, as your confidence rises. Now, so that's there are other things. There are other interesting things that the circle of how the circle of fifths is organized that will be useful to you as a player. But for now, what you need to do is you need to practice going. Well, first of all, memorize it. Memorize it. Memorize it. CGDAEB. Memorize it. You know, in class, in school, we came up with these, you know, stupid things to help you remember. And take my word for it. There's actually, beginning at 12 o'clock, there's actually an hour that comes before 12 o'clock, 11. And that's actually F. F actually comes before C, which we'll get to when we... fuck this lighting. When we do the rest of it. Oh my goodness, it's so bright. Anyways, we learned fat cats go down alleys eating babies. Fat cats go down alleys eating babies. That'll help you remember that. And go over it again and again and again. And, you know, tell yourself how many sharps every scale has. And that will be it for now. The circle of fifths will be your companion. As time goes on and you learn new material, you'll learn other interesting stuff. You'll always go back to the circle of fifths and relate, and everything new that you learn, you'll go back to the circle of fifths, and you'll just recognize how its organization helps you compartmentalize everything that you've learned in it. It's like a Christmas tree that hangs everything that you learn in it, and it keeps it in a really organized, neat way. So this is going to be your friend. Memorize this circle or clock or whatever you want to make it in your mind. Whatever is good for you. CGDAEB. CGDAVE. Just remember that. So that's it for the fifths for now. Next video, we're going to go over, and this is exciting, how to make chords, or where are chords from? What are chords really? Well, it's not going to be super extensive, but it's going to be engaging, that kind of stuff, and it's going to be very exciting, but it's going to be extremely challenging. So free up your schedule, give yourself hours throughout your days and your weeks to apply this stuff, and eventually it's going to make intelligible, make clear everything that you know about guitar and give you perspective. That's what it is. It's giving you perspective. All right. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for the next one.